Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to today's unseen video. This is where we round up all the big talking points from social media, and this is a pretty big talking point because later today we've got Wrestlepalooza. We now know what the main event is. It's going to be Cody Rhodes against Drew McIntyre. Now, we were talking about this in our watch along. For me personally, I would have gone with the AJ match being the main event, but there was always a chance they could go with this because the WWE Championship is obviously the biggest championship. The person that carries that is arguably the face of the company, and so they always stand a chance of being in the main event. The thing with this one is that Cody is a big favourite, and as a result, it doesn't feel likely that we're going to get a title change. But not only that, Cody's just not been around. He's been doing the Street Fighter film, and so again, this has had very little builds. So I would not have been shocked for this to have ended up in the middle of the card, right? And then maybe Cody closes out the show at Crown Jewel. Maybe we do the rematch there, you know? But no, apparently from WrestleVotes, this is the match that closes out the show. So we know that John Cena Brock is opening the show, and we know that Cody Drew closes the show. Now that we've got that information, what does it tell us? Well, it tells us that they want this title match and they want Cody in the main event, but it also tells us that there is a real chance that Summit is going to go down after the match. Some people are thinking now that because this is the main event, Drew's got more of a chance of winning. Some people are thinking Randy might come walking down and turn on Cody. And actually what we might be starting now is a Cody-Randy feud. Does he come down during this match? Do we get The Rock coming out and maybe setting something up for next year's WrestleMania? I mean, I don't think The Rock's going to be wrestling anytime soon. I certainly don't expect him to be wrestling at Crown Jewel. And I don't think he'll be competing at Survivor Series. But could it be that we get the ball rolling for Cody versus Rock at WrestleMania 42? Could he come down and make his intentions clear? He wants that belt. I don't know. This going on last is interesting. Obviously, we haven't got long to find out, but all eyes are going to be not only on who wins, but what happens after. It's really hard to picture Cody standing in the ring and the screen fade into black and that's it. It's really hard to picture that that's just how Wrestlepalooza ends. So, is there going to be a swerve there? Right, Mitchell, thank you. This coming from Wrestling Observer newsletter. They were just saying that there was frustration that Andrade's English never improved, never got better. There was buyer's remorse as well, because they felt like Andrade could have come over and had a big impact on the numbers and on the views, and just like Cody did, just like Punk did. I think that's a big ask, though. You know, I don't think Andrade was that big of a deal in AEW. Certainly not Cody Punk levels. So I think that was a big ask for him to come over and have that kind of impact. But, you know, add in the fact he had that wellness policy violation and was escorted off the premises. Add in the fact there's rumours he was unhappy with his creative. I think we're getting a real picture now as to how it kind of all fell apart. Edward, thank you. I don't quite get this, but let's have a walk. So, Mark Shapiro talking about how they're hoping to get more casual fans through things like the Smashing Machine film. It's the new Rock movie, right? For years, we've looked at it as scripted drama. It's fun. It's family. It's made-up characters. But the truth is, these are really big-time athletes who suffer alone right from the same struggles and physical challenges as everyday athletes. And at the same time, they prevail, they conquer, they win. Okay. Our goal isn't just to serve sports audiences. It's to broaden our audiences into casual fans and into viewers who have an interest in emotion, moving, humanistic stories. Okay, so you're getting someone who walks away from that film, The Smashing Machine, emotionally moved, who then maybe pauses and says, I want to go to a WWE event, or I want to watch WWE. Without that film, They may never have been triggered to do that. What? The Smashing Machine is all about a UFC fighter. It's all about cage fighting. It's all about MMA. I don't think there's anything in that film apart from the fact The Rock plays the lead character that is WWE connected. I mean, had he have said we hope people walk out and then want to watch UFC, I'd be like, yeah, that makes total sense. Who's going to walk out of the Smashing Machine movie and say, oh, I think I want to go to a WWE event? What? Well, I don't understand it. The only thing I can think, there's two things. One, he's got completely mixed up, right? Completely confused. He is the TKO. So maybe he's just got his wires completely crossed, right? And rather than talking about UFC, he's started talking about WWE, right? Maybe that's happened. The other thing is maybe he thinks people are going to watch The Rock's performance and they're going to be so moved by it that rather than watch another Rock movie, they decide to go to a WWE event, which I think is a hell of a leap to try and think that casual fans are going to want to do that, especially when the film is nothing about WWE. It's nothing about it. It's all about cage fighting. I don't know. This is a bonkers, confusing message. And, you know, the fact it's coming from someone involved with TKO is not the biggest surprise in the world. So, yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand. It's a movie about an MMA fighter. Aren't they going to walk away and say they want to see UFC? I mean, yeah, true. Isn't this a movie about an MMA fighter? Other than starring The Rock, what does it have to do with WWE? I don't plan on watching it. I'm really tired of TKO. This person, lol, it's a movie about an MMA fighter. Right? This guy is delusional. These are just some of the comments. Right? These are just some of the comments as people are like, what are you on about? I'd love to get a follow-up on that. From him, where he explains what the flip he was on about, right? Carl, thank you. So Triple H said we can expect surprises when talking about the start of the ESPN era tomorrow night. He said expect spectacle, expect surprises, expect to have a lot of fun, and ESPN is going to deliver. I don't know if he's talking about Wrestlepalooza specifically or just the partnership with ESPN. I don't know if he's saying Wrestlepalooza, expect surprises, expect a spectacle, or was the question, what can we expect with WWE working with ESPN? And he said, expect a spectacle, expect surprises, expect to have fun, blah, blah, blah. There's a big difference, isn't there, between talking about the relationship between ESPN and WWE or just talking about a specific show. So, I don't know. I would say go into Wrestlepalooza with your expectations in check. Don't get carried away, right? I do think there'll be some fun moments. I think there will be talking points. WWE is going to want talking points. So, yeah, I think we're going to get something. But it's better to go in with your expectations lowered. Right, Netflix is rumoured to be considering a bid to buy Warner Brothers. So Netflix obviously shows WWE internationally and Raw in America. And Warner Brothers, I believe, is the home of AEW. So if they buy them, then they're kind of technically both on the same network. So that's kind of interesting because Netflix would own Warner Brothers. So I think we've got a long, long way to go, though, before we kind of cross that bridge. So, yeah, interesting, though. Take a 1990, thank you. Stephanie just saying she has no plans to return to the ring. She said if you look where the women's division is now, she would embarrass herself. So she doesn't have any plans. Cal, thank you, Cal Dub. So, sources confirm the main event tomorrow drew Cody for the WWE Championship. As we said, that came from Wrestle Votes that dropped 6 hours ago. Ben, thank you. So this is a leaked image, apparently. That looks to be Becky. That looks to be AJ. That looks to be Seth. That looks to be CM Punk. And so I found this image on Instagram. It's Seth, Becky, and Punk and AJ rehearsing at the Gamebridge Field House. Now, I don't know if that is true. I have actually done a Google Lens search on this and I can't find this image anywhere. So I'm just having to take Ben's word for it that this was from Instagram and that it is believed to just be a bit of a rehearsals image. And I don't think that's crazy, honestly. I don't think that's crazy at all. I could believe this to be what it's claiming to be. So, but I can't 100% confirm. So, but I thought I would show it you all the same. So Ben, thank you. Very interesting. I've not seen that image anywhere. Gunther expected to return very soon. So that's really good news coming out of Wrestling Observer. As well as that, regarding Shayna Baszler, obviously she popped up on Tuesday in NXT. Those in WWE said that they expect and hope that she will take a coaching or a producing position. At this point in time, nothing is in place, but they are hoping that she will become a coach or a producer in WWE. So there we go. Interesting. And again, another picture where I just cannot find any confirmation. I feel like this is really quick to actually have this out now. I think there's a chance this is probably AI, but I really don't know. Fadeaway Media said El Grande Americano and Little Caesars collab is wild. We know that El Grande is attracting sponsorship opportunities. So could this be a sponsorship opportunity that was discussed the other day? I just think it's really quick for an image to be out already. So until I see like confirmation from Little Caesars that this is what they're doing, I would say take this with a massive pinch of salt. I looked into it and I just couldn't find anything. I almost left it out, but I don't know. What if it does turn out to be real? What if it is that Little Caesars and WWE are working together? So I want to be crystal. I've got big concerns and reservations about this image being legit. So take it with a massive pinch of salt, okay? And we'll just see if anything comes of it. So that was WWE, but I think we've got quite a bit in other. Here's Kit Wilson. He said bravado, impulsiveness, trash talking, competitive, hostility, put me through a wall, but it proved my point. Damian Priest has toxic masculinity and it doesn't look good on him. So fair play to Kit Wilson, making a little bit of noise now that he's seemingly being given an opportunity away from Pretty Deadly. So have to see what kind of comes of that. Fly Music, thank you. Triple H was asked who he would like to wrestle if he got back in the ring. He said, if I got back in the ring, I'd be wrestling Father Time. Nobody, mostly me, wants to see me back in the ring. I think in this moment right now, if I was to go for a current superstar and do what I did at my peak, it would be Roman Reigns. He's a great guy, an incredible talent, an incredible performer. He's out making movies. He's still a WWE superstar, but branching out, he's gonna be massive. So he actually would do another match with Roman Reigns. Right, I'm not going to play this because it goes for 15 minutes, but Johnny, thank you. This is up on YouTube now. This is where CM Punk responds to people in comments, and it's actually really good. Someone said, I wonder what was going through Punk's head as he was making his way down to the ring to main event WrestleMania. And Punk's like, I was just laughing to myself. I was just trying to enjoy the moment. He said, I will tell you one thing, though. During rehearsals, I got a kiss on the head from Paul Heyman, and I thought to myself it was just a fun little thing he'd done. But then when we actually did it for real, he gave me a kiss on the head again. And, he'd done it in rehearsal. I didn't realize he was going to do it on the actual show. And so he just said it was tremendous. So there are some interesting little insights in this video, but I've only watched about 5 minutes of it, to be honest. So definitely one that I want to check out after. So, Johnny, thank you. I've retweeted it already. Right, here is Dave Batista. He is posting a picture with Jimmy Kimmel, and he's just put, just to be clear, hashtag I stand with Jimmy Kimmel. So Dave Batista coming out and showing his support for Jimmy Kimmel. Tony Khan said AEW will run a huge event in the spring of 2027. I mean, super predictable. We know that WrestleMania is going over to Saudi for April in 2027, or at least we think it's going to be April. That's normally when WrestleMania is. And so we believe that it's going over there. Interesting that WWE have not announced a date for that yet, though. So WrestleMania going over to Saudi, and Tony Khan says he's got his sights set on a big show, a huge event in spring of 2027, which would, of course, be around that kind of WrestleMania time. So, yeah, I think definitely an opportunity there for AEW, but it's an opportunity that WWE know that they have left. So what did WWE do to make sure that AEW don't just get to have this massive show unopposed, right? Because the thing is, WrestleMania will be in Saudi Arabia. It means it's going to start early. There's 7 hours difference between Saudi time and Eastern time. So that means that by the time it ends in Saudi, that means that in America, you've still got the evening. So someone could run a big wrestling show in the evening of where WrestleMania would usually be. Interesting. Right, WWE World Heavyweight Champ Seth Rollins believes there are less than 20 guys in the industry who can cut great live promos. He said it's not an easy thing to keep people captivated and interested. It's hard. I'd say there's less than 20 guys in our industry that can do it right now. All time, that number expands a bit, but it is a small percentage. And in my opinion, it's what separates the good ones from the great ones, which I think is a very, very fair comment, honestly. I think that is very, very fair. I think it helps, though, even if you can't cut a promo, if you have someone like a Heyman that can do it for you. I mean, Brock is not a great promo, but I don't think anyone would say he's not a legend or he's not great. You know, it's the only thing he was like. He had an amazing look. He was amazing in ring. The only thing he lacked was the ability to cut a really compelling promo. But of course, he just had Heyman, which did it for him. So there are ways round it, but I do agree with what Seth said. Right, WrestleMania said, ever since the Judgment Day won the World Tag Team titles in July, they've only been defended once. And there's Kofi Kingston responding. Just like, told you, yeah, told you this would be the death of the tag division. So, very good. Oh, and I didn't know this. A week after Yokozuna passed away, The Undertaker made a special tribute to his friend by wearing a shirt on Raw. So, a week after Yoko had passed, there's Undertaker on Raw wearing that shirt. How crazy is that? That's such an interesting thing to go back and have a look at. Like, what did Undertaker do? Did he have a black armband? Like, how did he show respect to the fact that Yokozuna had passed? Because they were good friends. And he actually wore a shirt, which I genuinely didn't know. So I thought that was really interesting. Right, let's have a look at fun, shall we? This is really good, right? So here's John going up to a punching machine. He's with Charlotte. I don't know how old this footage is, right? And Triple H's thoughts said Cena is one of the GOATs because he gets it. He's just smarter. He doesn't ever put himself in a situation to look bad. So here he is, look, getting ready on a boxing thing. Now, of course, this is a gamble because if you punch it and it doesn't look good, might hurt your brand a little bit. There are some people saying that that's what happened with Seth the other day, right? Because Seth punched the bag and didn't get an amazing score. He got an okay score, but he didn't get an amazing score. Here, Triple H's thoughts said, Punk is right. Becky is clearly the man in the family. But look at how John deals with this. This is how John deals with this situation. It's actually really quite clever. I haven't hit anyone for real in 25 years. Thank you very much. So you want John Cena, a trained professional wrestler, to punch that bag? That's fine. He's going to miss it because that's what he does for a job. Ah, mate. So you wouldn't have got away with that back in the day when kayfabe was alive and well, but that is pretty clever. Look, you can see the smiles. People are like, oh, damn, that is good. That is clever. Right, this young fan went along and said it's Chelsea Green, future Slagent. You had a Slagent in training cheering you on tonight, and Chelsea said hired, starting now. So there we go, full-blown signed up Slagent. Shaquem, yeah, it is good. It is good. It is good. Come on. It is good. Respect. Super dope. That is one of the best, funniest memes I've seen in quite a while. That is really fun. Shaquem again, thank you. So here we have got the new CM Punk that goes on Mattel Creations. So this is the new figure. This is CM Punk in his thugonomics. Do you remember when he came down and he was kind of having fun with John? John dropped that pipe bomb, didn't he? And so the next week, Punk came out. Simple Punkonomics. What a great looking figure. I mean, it actually looks so impressive. So much detail. Imagine that on your shelf. I do find his calves to be really too big, though. This just looks off, that bit. Everything else looks mint, but this just looks really off. What the hell's going on here? But other than that, I think it looks really, really good. Really impressive. So, very good. Right, Johnny, thank you.
Grayson, the guns are bulging this morning on you. It's going to be a jam-packed weekend in Perth. Well, I don't...
Dude, she looks so impressive. So there was an interview. They're like, Grayson, the guns are bulging on you. And Rhea's like, what about me?
The guns are bulging this morning on you. It's going to be a jam-packed weekend.
Dude, she is absolutely jacked. Absolutely jacked. Isn't she? Look at her. She's like, what about me?
In Perth. Well...
Johnny, thank you. Right, this was kind of interesting. I watched the whole segment, and so Stephen A. Smith listed his top 5 wrestlers. He put the Road Warriors in 5, The Rock at 4, Hogan at 3, Flair at 2, Rick, and at number 1, Goldberg, right? And Triple H kind of went off. It was like, this is what he does, right? He's a disruptor. He's here to spark controversy. And he kind of went off. He did say, look, I love Bill. I ain't got nothing against Bill. But to put him at number 1... And actually, the segment's quite interesting to watch. I'm not sure Bill Goldberg will be thrilled with Triple H's reaction. Triple H could have just gone, yeah, cool, I respect what, I'm actually really surprised that Triple H actually made as big a deal out of this as he did, right? I wonder if we could get away with just watching a touch of it.
Let me break this down for you. Right? What he does for a profession is piss people off, right? Yeah. That's what he does. Yeah. So what he did is he bait and switched you. He set up a list that is arguably accurate. The Road Warriors, The Rock, Hogan, Flair. He left out a few because it's just the top 5. But then what he does is he comes in and he Stephen A's it and he goes, Goldberg at number 1 because he knows that is the name that is going to piss off maximum amount of people at all time, putting Goldberg on that 1. Now, I'm not going to say he's not great. I love Bill. I think he's a great performer, had great moments in this business. But putting him at 1?
At 1, bro.
Come on.
Like, be real. Like, oh.
Wow, I played way more of that than I wanted to be honest. But there we go. Ryder, tagging me in this from Drew. Here's a sneak preview of Cody's promo tonight. This is actually just like Cody.
And God, the amount of times that I've asked you to respect me and respect my anxiety pin is, at this point, getting ridiculous, Cody. And God...
I don't even know. Is this guy actually trying to do a Cody impression? Because it's just like Cody, isn't it?
And God, the amount of times that I've asked you to respect me and respect my anxiety pin is, at this point, getting ridiculous, Cody.
A sneak preview of Cody's promo tonight. I thought that was great. Thank you. So Brandon said, who made this? So here we go. They did say a big 4-way kiss, and there it is. AJ said she wasn't sure. I mean, this is one of those where it's weird. It's AI. I'm not crazy about these things because it's weird. But considering it's just based on some AJ Lee said the other day, I can vibe with it, you know? I can take the humor out of it, but yeah, I'm certainly not looking for people sending me other videos of wrestlers kissing, right? The only reason this one makes sense is because AJ Lee in an interview said, who knows what's going to happen at Wrestlepalooza? There might be a big 4-way kiss. And so someone has used AI to recreate that. Punk mocking those that say he'll crash out sometime soon.
2 years is a long time.
That's been
right.
2 years already. 2 years.
I mean, 2 years in November, right?
Yeah, Survivor Series.
I'm gonna crash out at any time, guys. Don't worry. Keep watching. Any minute now.
They could be.
So he's making the point that he's been back 2 years, but that crash out is coming, yeah? And Black Eyes, thank you. So here, the Wyatt 6 Loomis collection. Check out this collection. It's artwork by Dexter Loomis. Dexter Loomis has drawn all of these, and so they've put them onto shirts. So obviously one for each member, and I really like that. I think that's great. And actually, look at the one of the whole group. I think that's a fantastic shirt, and the fact that this is all done by one of the members of the group, I think looks brilliant. And I love how they're stepping out of this kind of like red circle. He's used that red circle as like the base for each one, apart from the group one. And then like you can see like she's stepping out, he's getting the torch out, and he's just sort of used that as the background. I think it's so good. I actually really love these shirts. I think they're really great designs. So there we go. That was the fun folder. Community, we've got this from Dad Stuff. Said, here's a few photos I took from inside the Wrestlepalooza Superstore. There's some interesting stuff for sure, but no sign of that leak shirt. That leak shirt would be good to get, wouldn't it, actually? It would be good to get. So here we have got CM Punk Ultimate Edition. These are some of the... Well, these ones I think are only available at Mattel Creations. That as well, maybe. And then we've got some figures. I love the Superstar line. That is the Dusty and Cody Superstar figure. Or 2-pack. They've just come out with The Rock, which we looked at the other day. That's where you get like an OG Rock when he was Rocky Maivia, and the Rock now that he's like final boss. I don't know if they had them at that store. All the masks as well. You can see more of the figures over here. But the Wyatt 6 masks, I know many of you have already got those. And look at these. These kind of like brawling buddy things. So there's a Stephanie. You can see a Rhea in the background. But they've done loads of those. I think they're quite expensive, to be honest. I think they're like $70 or something like that. Like, they're quite expensive. But very, very nostalgic. So, love those. There was another thing that I just wanted to look at as well, which was this from Crystal. Crystal said it was awesome for me. So Crystal actually went to the show and took this. I am in a wrestling Daze. How amazing is that? That is so kind. I really do appreciate that, Crystal. Thank you. And Crystal said on the other side of my sign, it said, sorry, son, no dinner. Mom is at Smackdown. So that is brilliant. Thank you, Crystal. I really appreciate that. And there's an image Crystal had so you can see where Crystal was sat during Smackdown. So we had a friend in the crowds during Smackdown. I thought it was a decent Smackdown. I mean, we've already done the Talking Points video, of course. But yeah, I thought it was decent. Right, let's get out of here because, of course, we've got to save our voice and get ready for Wrestlepalooza. So, Elite Pro Wrestling Forum ×2. Thank you. Huddle Talk. Edward. Walter. Appreciate it, my friends. What are we watching?
Heavy, including smart homes and office buildings. People seeking consent.
Not a happy days.
I did go off on that thing, didn't I? Sweet Chin Wrestling, Hannah, Prain, Claire Webb, He Who Smiles, Silverback Walker, Ty Sinister, Raymond, Michael, and many, many more. I really appreciate all the support. Don't forget we're back later for Wrestlepalooza. Hoping it's going to be a really noteworthy show. Hoping that it is going to live up to that big billing that WWE are giving it. But yeah, let's go in with low expectations and hopefully they can then be exceeded. So yeah, see you later. Should be good. And appreciate the support. Bye for now.